First of all, I would like to introduce myself again. I'm GoGoWR. It's been over a year since I rode a motorcycle again after 30 years hiatus. So I'm 56 now. You would say, if you're 56 now, why don't you change your nickname to GoROWR? Well, GoGoWR originally means, Go Return Rider, and 56 sounds like, Koro Koro, which implies, falling, in Japanese, and the sound is not pleasant. So I'll stay GoGoWR. The other day, the first 12-month inspection of the NC750X was finished. So, I would like to list 10 pros and 10 cons of this bike that I felt after running about 10,000 kilometers for a whole year. I think there are many objections and counter-arguments, but this is an honest impression from an amateur's point of view, so please be generous and understand it. What comes first in the list must be the DCT system. The system is incredibly easy and comfortable. Riding a motorcycle without any fear of engine stalls is far more reassuring than anything, no matter where you are touring. Whether you ride a motorbike in the city or on a mountain pass, it promises you a safe and fun ride, by selecting a much smoother and more appropriate gear than the shift operation of a beginner like GoGoWR. There is also a manual mode, so you can drive aggressively if you want. GoGoWR would never attack a winding road though. The riding mode is surprisingly convenient, and you can choose from 4 modes: Sport, Standard, Rain, and User. Sport is effective in situations where power and engine braking are required, such as on winding roads, while Standard is suitable for cruising on highways and flat ground. Rain is an easy-to-use mode in urban areas where stop and go is frequent. It is also a mode where you can enjoy the pounding sound of the engine because high gears are more likely to be selected. I seldom use User mode. A parking brake is standard with the DCT system, which puts the gear in neutral when the engine is off. This is useful and does not allow the bike body to move an inch even when parked on an incline. You can get on and off without worrying about the clutch in the front or rear brakes, unlike MT vehicles that keep the gear in when parked. The windscreen is a big benefit while driving fast. The NC750X of GoGoWR has been replaced with a high windscreen, but even with the normal version, it considerably reduces the stress of the running wind on the body. I took a test ride on a naked bike and realized the amazing effect of the windscreen. It is the standard grip heater that shows its power in winter. It can be adjusted in 5 steps, but it gets so warm that I've never used the max level. If you combine it with the knuckle guard, I think you can survive the harsh winter in Gunma. When talking about the NC750X, we must not forget the engine's torque characteristics. The maximum torque is generated at only 4,750 revolutions per minute, and it brings stress-free acceleration from any speed. The horsepower peak is 58 horsepower at 6,750 revolutions per minute, so a skillful rider might say it's not enough, but I feel it is necessary and sufficient for me. I think that the ultra-low center of gravity design with the engine mount and fuel tank layout brings a sense of stability at high speeds and makes the handling of the heavy vehicle easier, along with the windscreen mentioned above. The sense of security that does not flinch even when cruising at 100 km per hour is similar to the feeling I had when driving a German car on a highway for the first time. One of the notable points of the NC750X is the storage capacity of the dummy tank. Evidence over theory, please see its storage capacity.
メットインスペースにどれくらいペットボトルが入るかという実験をしたいと思います。今日は助手を連れてきましたので、助手さんお願いします。じゃあ入ってるのを取り出してくれますか。さあ何本出てくるでしょうかね。だいたい500ミリから600ミリのペットボトル4本出てきましたね。6本になりましたね。8本になりましたね。10本ですか。 12本出てきましたね。まだありますか？マジか。14本？まだあんの？16本かな？終了？はい、16本出てきました。はい、じゃあ今度逆にですね、しまってみたいと思います。適当にお願いします。あんまり適当にやると入んないよ。込んでおります。すごいです。閉まるんでしょうか。閉まりました。お疲れ様でした。はい、助手さんです。はい、ピース。
Currently, my NC750X has a full pannier specification, and its total capacity is 138L. Speaking of the NC750X, one point that cannot be overlooked is fuel efficiency. Despite being a middle-class 745cc engine, the standard fuel consumption value in the catalog is 43.0, and the fuel consumption value in WMTC mode is 28.6, which is close to the 250cc class. Even with the full pannier metabolic syndrome specification, it has never been below 25 km per liter by actual measurement. I was able to connect with many NC owners on SNS, but I think I've seen about 10 people on public roads in the past year. It's nice to meet the same model, but on the other hand, I don't like to do the same thing as others do so much, so being rare is also an advantage. The above 10 aspects are pros that I feel now in real time. From here on, it's cons. However, it's a bike that I like, so it's difficult to list dissatisfaction points, but I'd like to try to pick up 10 points somehow. It seems to be a contradiction, but the first one is DCT. There are times when the car shifts up unexpectedly when cornering. That said, you can get around it by using manual mode, so it may be a trivial matter compared to the benefits. It may be arrogant for a rider who has just returned, but the suspension may be a little stiff, and the bumps on the road surface will resonate with your buttocks. Although I've got a thick one, a large shock is transmitted. When I rode it in the middle of summer, I thought that although it was a 750cc, it was a large vehicle, so the exhaust heat was severe. I expected it to some extent, but when it stopped at the signal, it was in a sauna state. I've become accustomed to riding a motorcycle, and I'm worried about the braking performance as the running speed increases. It stops in any case, but I felt that the effectiveness of the front wheel brakes was particularly less reliable. Although it has been replaced with a genuine low seat, the buttocks will be dangerous during long tours. I was concerned about the flat surface and the corners of the seat. I feel that the handle position is a little far. I tried to adjust it with a handlebar spacer, but it could not be used because there was no allowance for the brake hose, probably due to individual differences in the bike body. Honestly, the difficulty of handling the body due to the weight of the vehicle was unpredictable. Once it starts moving, the low center of gravity eliminates the anxiety, but it's not unreasonable because the full panniers and other parts will weigh on the 224 kg body. The prices of genuine top cases and panniers are nothing but surprises. I thought about aftermarket parts, but as a returning rider, I don't want to increase the number of keys. Therefore, I had no choice but to use the one-key system. Thanks to the DCT system, the left half of the body is way too free while riding. It is easy and comfortable, so it's a luxury worry, but with the help of driving stability, I can't help but feel drowsy at high speeds. It is true I would not be so happy with too many same bikes around mine, but at the same time, it is kind of sad I rarely see the same model when I go out. To be honest, I wish I could have a nice long talk about NCs. As mentioned above, I tried unwillingly to list 10 dissatisfaction points, but I feel quite forced. I like this bike, so that can't be helped. I will continue to make videos that everyone can enjoy while enjoying my bike life safely, so please support me along with the GoGo WR channel.